Mike Rounds, member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, member of the Select Committee on Intelligence. Senator, welcome. Thanks for coming on. The House did it, right? They passed President Trump's bill. What's it going to look like as it makes its way through the upper chamber?
Well, first of all, I think we all want to get to yes on it, and I'm optimistic that we're going to get a product back over to the House that is a good product. It will be big, it will be beautiful, it'll take care of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. It'll get extended permanently, which is the most critical part of this entire process. That'll build the economy. It'll bring in more tax revenue because the economy is growing. Along with that, I think we'll be able to take care of the debt ceiling and extend that out so that the president can continue for the next couple of years without having that being held over his head. Those are the most important parts of this. And then we'll start working on anything that we can do to start saving money within the executive branch of government and some of what we identify as the Medicaid portions of this where there may be waste, fraud, and abuse. We'll find the waste, but in the meantime, as the president says, we're not going to be cutting benefits.
And again, just for viewers' context, talking about Medicaid or Medicaid specifically, for those that are put on Medicaid that should not have been put on it, it was only for a temporary time, but they are still on it. That's what they are looking at, or at least according to Republicans, that's what they want to see there. Again, to the point of the senator, waste, fraud, and abuse. I wanted to ask you if I can. Oh,
you're right, and the devil's always in the details, yeah. And we'll have to work our way through it, but I'm optimistic that on the Republican side, we want to get this passed. We want to get to yes on it. There are some other provisions in the bill which the House knows have to be corrected. That's okay. Send it on over. We're happy to do that, and we'll have a good product going back over to them.
Senator, Speaker Mike Johnson and other GOP lawmakers have stated that they have been working with the Senate or speaking with other senators along the way because they knew this would be a long haul. It's 1,100 pages, 1,100-page bill that they knew this would make it to the upper chamber. So they went and made provisions there essentially to make contact with the Senate. Can you confirm any of that? Have you spoken with anyone in the lower chamber about this bill in order to get this passed by July 4th?
The Speaker was actually at one of our lunches this week, and our leadership teams have been in contact. Chairmen of the different committees have been in contact with one another. We know where the challenges are at. We know what's got to be corrected or modified in order to pass through the Senate, and we'll do it in such a fashion that we believe the House will be able to come back and accept any modifications along that line. The most important part of this, Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, will be permanently extended. That's critical. And once again, get that debt ceiling extended far enough down to where the president can work on the other major issues.
Yeah. Speaking of taxes, that was a huge campaign issue that President Trump ran on. He wants to eliminate a lot of them. No taxes on tips, no tax on overtime pay, and also the idea of no tax on Social Security. How do you view those proposals, sir? Would you be in favor of including those in the bill?
It depends on whether or not we can pay for them. And I think one of the items that we found out the other day by unanimous consent was the movement of no tax on tips. And that can go through the Senate separately if we need to have it go through separately as a separate provision. It went through on a unanimous consent calendar. So there's ways to skin this thing to take care of a lot of the promises that the president's making to take care of those that are most in need and most need to have a bump in their income. So more than willing to work on all of it. And a number of those provisions may very well be included. But once again, it depends on where the dollars are at so that we don't continue to add to the deficit, which a lot of people, Republicans in both the House and the Senate, have concerns about.
A major victory there for Republicans in the House, and particularly there for President Trump, who's been intimately involved in this. So now advancing to the Senate, and we appreciate the time of Senator Mike Rounds. Senator, thank you very much. Enjoy your holiday weekend, sir.
Thank you.